Dear students and dear viewers, warm regards of the day. Welcome to this new online program, that is EEP. EEP stands for English Enhancement Program. This program is specially designed to meet your goals. We can enhance your study skills, word power, vocabulary and all the language skills. Dear students, this is a special platform for you. We're going to start this online program. I want to tell you something. We all know that you attempt different online entrances, online tests, IITs, JEE and different Olympiad exams. In that exams, you are expected and you expected a good rank to get. That is below 500 or below 1000 at least. But after the result, you may puzzle that you got some other unexpected rank in lakhs. This is not because of your talent, this is not because of your hard work, but somewhere you are lagging. Especially in English, you are lagging somewhere due to long passages, long sentences. Because of analysis of that sentence, you are lagging. This is a very special platform for you to give you good knowledge about English. If you are lagging in different aspects, our management has set up this new program to enlighten your language skills. This EEP book includes different passages like long passage, short passage, fill in the blanks and mind power. There are different types of passages covered in this EEP book so that you can understand and you can get good knowledge or vocabulary on different aspects. Okay, now let us move to the passages. I want to remind you that I hope all you have bought books. The persons who did not buy the books, please buy books so that it is very helpful to you while I'm reading the passage. You can go through it and you can understand, you can underline the important notes and you can take the meaning of those and you can practice at home. It is very helpful to you. Even that also enhances your skills. Let us move to the first passage. Dear students, whenever you go through a passage, read it carefully and then start giving answers. Before that, don't read quickly. Go slow. Read very slowly and understand. Doing this, you can understand. Doing this, you can just make your vocabulary and you can understand sentences very easily. Okay, even though there are long sentences at the beginning, you may feel some difficulty, but if you practice regularly, then you can understand very easily. Right, let me read. Thomas Alva Edison was an American inventor and businessman who developed many devices that greatly influenced life around the world. He lit up the world with his invention of electric light. Without him, the world might be still a dark place. Right. Here, he is Thomas Alva Edison. You can see on your screens, he is Thomas Alva Edison. And he is American inventor. He invented electric bulb. If there is no electric bulb, our world may be still dark. However, the electric light was not only his invention. He also invented phonograph, motion picture camera and over 1200 other things. About every 2 weeks, he created something new. Thomas Alva Edison was born in Milan, Ohio on February 11, 1847. His family moved to the Port Huron, Michigan when he was 7 years old. Surprisingly, he attended school for only 2 months. His mother, a former teacher, taught him a few things, but Thomas was mostly self-educated. His natural curiosity led him to start experiencing at a young age with electrical and mechanical things at home. When he was 12 years old, he got his first job. He became a newsboy on a train that ran between Port Huron and Detroit. He set up a laboratory in a baggage car of the train so that he could continue his experiments in his spare time. Unfortunately, his first work experience did not end well. Thomas was fired when he accidentally set fire to the floor of baggage car. Right. Dear students, Thomas Alva Edison was born in Milan, Ohio on February 11, 1847. He invented many things. Nearly 1200 things are credited to his career. Every 2 weeks, he created something new. Okay? Right. And a very special thing about him is he attended school for only 2 months. His mother, she is also a teacher. She educated him, and mostly Thomas Alva Edison was self-educated. Okay? His natural curiosity led him to start experimenting at very young age. Right. Look at there you can see at the age of 12 years he got a job. He became a newsboy on a train that ran between Port Huron and Detroit. He set up a laboratory in a baggage car of the train. Okay, look at the diagram. Yes, that is a baggage in train. Okay, in that place, okay, I hope you understand the place where a luggage is kept, that is baggage. He set up a laboratory in that, and unfortunately his first work or his first experiment did not end well. He was fired when he accidentally set fire to the floor of the baggage car. Thomas then worked for 5 years as a telegraph operator, but he continued to spend much of his time on job conducting experiments. He got his first patent in 1868 for a voice recorder run by electricity. However, the voice recorder was not a success. In 1870, he sold another invention, a stock ticker, for $40,000 US. A stock ticker, it is a machine that automatically prints stock pieces on a tape. He was then able to build his first shop in Newark, New Jersey. Thomas worked 5 years for telegraph as a telegraph operator. He continued to spend much time in job. Okay, especially he did experiments on different things. He got his first patent rights for a voice recorder run by electricity, but it is not a success actually. In 1870, he sold another invention, a stock ticker, that is for $40,000 US. Okay, right. Thomas Edison was totally deaf in one ear and hard of hearing in other, but thought of this deafness as a blessing in many ways. It kept conversation short so that he could have more time for work. Okay, he was deaf, but blessing. In what way he is blessed? As he is deaf, he can use more time experiments. In that way, he felt very happy for that. And whenever he wants conversation, there will be a very short conversation. Okay, that is the blessing of his deafness. Dear students, after reading the paragraph carefully, look at the questions and then analyze those sentences, analyze the questions that are there taken from the passage. Look at the question and search for the answer and analyze it whether it is suitable for that or not. Now, the first blank is Thomas Alva Edison was born dash. Okay, dear students, once again I'm reminding you, please buy books. Are you looking into your books? Right. Thomas Alva Edison was born dash. Okay, look at the answer in the third paragraph, first line. He was born in Milan, Ohio on February 11, 1847. Okay, as the blank ended with born, you can write the place and date. Okay, next, second blank. He invented dash. You can write his inventions. What are these? What are those? Electric bulb, voice recorder, phonograph, and some other inventions like motion picture camera and over 1200 other things also, but don't write that. Write things. What are they given in the list? Edison had natural curiosity that dash. Okay, for that you can search, you can get the answer in the same paragraph, last line, last but one line. His natural curiosity led him to start experiencing at a young age with electrical and mechanical things at home. Okay, now you can fit the blank with this, that led him to do experiments or to get experience on electrical and mechanical things. His first job was dash. What is his first job? There you can see in the next paragraph, that is, he got a job as a newspaper boy or a newsboy. Fifth blank. Edison set up a laboratory dash. Okay, we saw it even in the form of a picture. That is, he set up a laboratory in a baggage car of the train. So answer is in a baggage car of the train. Sixth one. His deafness was a blessing as dash. Answer is, it kept the conversations short and he can use more time for experiments. So answer is, it kept conversation short so that he could have more time for experiments. Seventh blank. Edison got his first patent in dash 1868 for a voice recorder run by electricity. Eighth blank. Edison built his first shop in dash Newark, not New York. It is Newark, New Jersey. Right. With this, first passage comes to an end. Let us move to the second passage. Right. Read the information in the leaflet below and match the meaning of each underlined word with options A to F. There is one option, you no need to do it. Okay. Here the options are given already. There the words are underlined. You have to match these words with the correct meaning. Okay. Right. The passage is about dyslexia. Dyslexia. Okay. What is dyslexia? Let me read the passage. Dyslexia is a specific learning difficulty that mainly affects reading and spelling. Dyslexia is characterized by difficulties in processing word sounds and by weakness in short-term verbal memory. Its effects may be observed in spoken language as well as written language. The current evidence suggests that this difficulty arises from inefficiencies in language processing areas in left hemisphere of the brain, which in turn appears to be linked to genetic difference. Dyslexia is lifelong, but its effects can be minimized by literacy intervention. Dear students, this is all about dyslexia. Dyslexia means learning disorder. Here, dyslexia is lifelong, but its effects can be minimized by literacy intervention, technical support, and adaptations are adaptations to ways of working and learning. Dyslexia is not related to intelligence, race, or social background. Dyslexia varies in severity and often occurs alongside other specific learning difficulties such as attention deficit disorder. Okay, dear students, dyslexia means learning disorder. It means disorder in learning. Whether it is difficulty in reading or whether it is difficulty in spelling. These two, okay? Right. Look at the underlined words. Affects, arises, appears, related, varies. These are 5 words that are underlined, okay? And look at the A to F words. A is connected, B is influences, C differs, D cures, E is caused by, and F is seems. Okay, now underlined words are affects, arises, appears, related, varies. What is the right meaning for affects? Affects means influences, arises is caused by, appears seems, related connected, varies differs. Okay, these are the meanings for underlined words. Next, third one, read the following advertisement. Fast Learn Study Package. Welcome to the Fast Learn Study Package for class 8. This is a complete kit for the students of class 8. It consists of 4 parts. The first part deals with techniques for taking the written examination. The first part deals with the techniques for taking the written examination. This is followed by the section on mental ability test. Next is verbal test section. This non-verbal test has also been included in the textbook and is followed by a scholastic ability test. The sections from A to G cover topics on science, social science, and mathematics. Okay. The focus is on the math segment, which the solutions have also been provided. The text is straightforward and simplified. Now, fill in the blanks with right words. Okay. Now, fill in the blanks. First is, the package is total dash for class 8. What is the answer? Kit. Kit is the answer. And second, there are dash number of parts in it. How many? 4 parts in it. Part 1 consists of techniques for preparing the written test. Fourth one, section A to Z has a range of dash in different areas or subject areas. That is, answer is topics. Let us move to the fourth topic, that is a happy man. A poem written by Alexander Pope. A poem, Ode on a Solitude. The original title of this poem is Ode on Solitude. Let us go through the poem. Happy the man whose wish and care a few paternal acres bound, content to breathe his native air in his own ground, whose huts with milk, whose fields with bread, whose flocks supply him with attire, whose trees in summer yield him shade, in winter fire. Blessed who can unconcernedly find hours, days and years slide soft away in health of body, peace of mind, quiet by day, sound sleep by night, study and ease together mixed, sweet recreation and innocence, which most does please with meditation. Thus let me live unseen, unknown, Thus, unlamented, let me die. Steal from the world, and not a stone tell where I lie. Right. Dear students, already told you this was a poem written by Alexander Pope. The title of this is Ode on Solitude. Here, poet explained the details of a happy man. Here, the protagonist wanted to be very happy, and here we can see the qualities of a happy man. Okay? Right. Once again, let me tell you, this is the poem. Each has stanzas. There are 4 stanzas in this. There are 4 stanzas in this poem. Each stanza has 4 verses. Verses means the sentences, okay? The lines. We can say lines, okay? The lines in the poem are verse. There are 4 verses in first stanza, 4 verses in second stanza, 7 in third stanza, and again 4 in fourth stanza. Okay? This poem is composed in a very fine manner. The rhyming pattern there you can see. Let me tell you what is rhyming pattern. Okay? Rhyming word. See, look at the first verse. Happy the man whose wish and care. It ended with care. Care is a word. Okay? Take it as A. And next verse, a few paternal acres bound. What is the underlined word there? Care. Ending line is care. Here it is bound. Is there any rhyming? Do you think care rhymes with bound? No. So this is another word. As there is no rhyming, take it as B. Okay? A, care, B, bound. Content to breathe his native air. Okay? Care, air. Right. Content to breathe his native air. Okay? Care, air. Bound, and the next line is in his own ground. Bound, ground. A, B. So the rhyming pattern is A, B. That is the rhyming scheme in this poem. Right. Look at the following questions and answer them. Who is a happy man? Right. Who is happy man? According to the poet, the man who is content with his life. Next, second question. What kind of life does he lead? Answer is, he wanted or he leads a satisfactory life. He wanted a life of satisfaction and contentment. Why is he lucky? Third question is, why is he lucky? Answer is, as he has his own life and also he has good health. That's why he is so lucky. Fourth one, what kind of death does he wish? Answer is, a death of peace and contentment. And the last, fifth one is, what is the rhyming scheme of the poem in the first 4 lines? Okay, here, care, air, bound, ground. A, B is the rhyming scheme. Right. Next, let us move to the 5th passage. That is an extract. Read this extract. For each gap, choose the best option. A to E is given there. Use each option only once. There, the options are given: admitted, fluttering, sorted, carried, and breathtaking. Okay? By using these words, you have to fill those words in the gap. Right? Look at that. I am sitting in Paris and some butterflies are dash towards me. There are lots of them, and it feels as if I could allow one to land on my hand, but I can't because they are not real. They are images. They are images on a TV and in perfectly clear 3D, that is 3 dimension. They look life-sized and completely real. People have been working on convincing 3D without the silly glasses for a long time, and the results are dash. This is not, however, on sale to the public at the moment, as there are still some technical problems that need to be dashed out. 11th, Honorable, the coordinator of a multinational group founded by the European Commission to develop the technology, told the reporters that he believed 3D TV would be available in relatively near future. Nevertheless, he dashed that he did not know how consumers would behave. That he did not know how consumers would have or whether the project would ever be commercially viable. Right. Look at that words, and after reading, just fit the blank with those words and which is the best one. Okay, right. Dear students, here there are 5 words. You have to know the meaning of those words. Right, look at those. Admitted. Admitted means hello. Fluttering. Fluttering means flapping, like wings moving in motion. Sorted means arranged or grouped. Carried, you know this word well, so no need to explain it. Breathtaking means impressive. Dear students, knowing the meanings of all those, or else at least try to take the right sense of those words, so that you can fit those blanks. Right, in first blank, see here, I am sitting in Paris and some butterflies are dashed towards me. So some butterflies are allowed towards me is right. Do you think it is right? Or sorted butterflies are arranged? No. Carried, maybe carried, okay, but the best is fluttering. Okay, you have to take the right word by analyzing those words. Analyze the right answer. Try to get the correct sense of those. Okay, so that you can write the answer. So first answer is fluttering. Fluttering is the right answer. And second blank is, look at that, people have been working on 3D for a long time and the results are dash. Okay, and the results are, answer is breathtaking, means impressive. And third blank is, as some technical problems that need to be, okay, still they need to be sorted. And fourth blank, nevertheless he dash, okay, he admitted. Admitted is the right answer for that. Okay, right, thank you.